Well, hello. I'm Chris Palmore, and this is GratitudeSpace Radio, and I have my friend Amber here. So let me bring Amber in. Hi, Amber.
Hey, Chris.
How you doing? Good to see you today.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we came together because of a special man named Michael Roderick, and we were talking. I think it was last month or probably 6 weeks ago, and so this idea of a gratitude bomb came about where we were thinking, well, what if we got one person that we appreciated and we ended up bringing people in to share what they were grateful for? So I'll definitely take over to Amber here with that idea. She's the one that led that in, and let her share a little bit for our friend.
Well, I mean, when you say gratitude bomb, just gratitude, period, I cannot think of a name that comes to my mind faster than Michael Roderick. There is rarely an interview that I do where I do not publicly thank Michael Roderick, because I can almost always trace it back. And I'm talking every aspect of my career. It's usually either a direct introduction from him or an introduction of someone that saw me on something, et cetera, et cetera. So I have my career, I have him to thank for my career, as well as some incredible friends. I mean, some amazing people in my life are tied back to Michael Roderick. So I was talking about amazing people that Michael has introduced me to, and we can't start this without this person. He is one of my favorite human beings on earth. He's had a million lives, a million experiences, absolutely brilliant, incredible person, human being, and he's got more stories than anyone I know. So I am very excited to introduce Josh Corporal.
Hello.
Hello, Governor.
What's going on? Oh man, well, thank you for that introduction. That was too kind of you.
So if you had a message from Michael Roderick, what would you say?
Oh man, well, I mean, I would say, one, you've just been a real inspiration for a lot of people. I know that when you live a life like Mike does, at least from the surface, from my perspective, when you live a life like Mike does, it's easy to lose track of how impactful you are in people's lives because you're doing it for so many. And I just want to say, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate everything that you've done. I appreciate our friendship.
Keep doing what you're doing. You are changing so many lives. You are there supporting so many creative people, so many businesses, and you really are making a difference in everybody's lives.
Crystal, thank you so much for coming. I loved all that. I love the fact that Amber's like, why I met Michael because of Crystal. I got Crystal here, this generational gratitude. Yeah.
And let me tell you about this man. I call him the connector of connectors. He jokes about it. Like that's what I call him. In fact, he's on my podcast this week, Holistically Speaking. And I'm like, Michael Roderick, the connector of connectors, coming on the show.
The best things that I love about him is that, everyone says they're super connectors, but he actually is. So when you finish a conversation with him, he takes diligent notes, which I strive to do, and I don't do it every time. But at the end of a conversation, you have between 3, 5, maybe 8, 10 people or ideas to follow up with. So he's just a treasure trove of that kind of contacts and brainstorming. Sorry, my cat's getting involved.
I can go on. I completely adore this guy, and I can go on forever. So please do cut me off when my time is up. But I just can't forget the memory of traveling to New York, kind of last minute. Michael came all the way to meet us in downtown in New York, in Chinatown, ordered a bunch of food, and he just enjoyed it with it like wholeheartedly. And to watch him, eat the food, and after that, and to eat this kind of weird ice cream, but it was really just incredible. Like there's that kind of ice cream that kind of almost like cook in front of you, and they fold it multiple times and put like Oreo cookies on top. But it was packed. This place was completely packed. And we're just the three of us in the little corner eating ice cream and chatting for like another 2 hours. I mean, those memories, I think it's something that I'll carry, with me for the rest of my life, right? Like the highlights of my life are always something seem kind of mundane, nothing super fancy. It doesn't involve a lot of money, but just these experiences are incredible.